Hi guys, Tonya here again with Off the Block Physical Therapy. Today we are talking about quad strengthening and quad mobility. So this is your quadricep muscle. It is the muscle that attaches your hip essentially down to your knee, and embedded in the bottom quadriceps tendon right before it attaches down below your knee, there is your patella or your kneecap. So today we're kind of talking a little bit about PFP or patellofemoral pain syndrome, which is also commonly called cyclist knee or even runner's knee or jumper's knee, because this is a really common irritation syndrome that is kind of found in almost any type of athletic group, because so many athletes use their quads and their knee joint obviously throughout the entire performance of their sport. So we're going to talk today about a couple of good ways and the most common ways that I tend to prescribe for people to really start to buckle down on getting a good, strong, healthy, balanced quad. So first of all, some of the stuff that we're going to do today does require some equipment, but there are some ways to do it equipment free, and I will do a series later on with some no equipment strengthening options, but for today we're going to use the equipment to show you what we typically do to strengthen that quadricep. So here is a knee extension machine. This is actually just part of my home gym. I got this at Academy for a little over $100, and it's been the best thing ever because I can do hamstring curls, quad extensions, bench press, all sorts of fun stuff, and it functions as a bench for another exercise that I'll show you guys in just a little bit. So we're going to start here with quad extension. So what you really want to focus on, I like to do these one leg at a time because it gives me the opportunity to add weight or take weight off based on what that actual leg is capable of doing. But what we're going to do, I really want you to focus on the speed for this exercise. So I really want you to slow it way, 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 way down. And I want you to really take your time straightening your leg, pulling it all the way up, and then even more importantly, taking it really slow on the way down. So on the way down, that's called the eccentric part of the motion. On the way up is called the concentric. But on this lowering eccentric part of the motion, you actually can build more strength at this part. So if you really slow it down, it creates little bitty tears throughout your muscle that your body has to go back and heal with the protein that you consume. And it actually builds up muscle fibers better than any other type of motion. So this really, really slow lowering portion of the quad extension is one of the most important parts of this exercise today. So nice and slow, you can hit it on one side, go back, hit it on the other side. For today, I'm not gonna add any weights, but normally I would really try to find that sweet spot based on what my capabilities were from leg to leg. Nice and slow on the way down. That's a quad extension. So that machine there for that one. The second one we're gonna do is everybody's favorite, and by that I mean it's literally nobody's favorite, but they're great for you, is a Bulgarian split squat. So what we're gonna do for this exercise is we're gonna put one foot back here on a bench of some sort. You can do it on a stair, you can do it on whatever, you know, a coffee table, something like that. But anyways, you're gonna bring your foot out in front, and again, we're gonna go really slow on the way down. So we're gonna lower slowly, all the way down, and back up. And if you guys notice, my knee on this side is in fact going out over my toes. And fun fact, that is actually a huge myth. It is not in any way unhealthy for you to allow your knee to go over your toes. It is really just unhealthy for you to do anything that your body is not properly conditioned to do. So if you want to be able to get into a position or play a sport where your knee has to go out over your toes, cycling being one of them, you actually really want to train in that position. So we have the quad extension, we have the split squat here, and the last one I want to show you is similar to one that I actually showed you guys last week for the runners, but we're going to make a little modification to it. So when you are doing a single leg step down, a lot of times people go down and this knee here just wobbles, right? So, and more often than not, if anything, people's knee has a tendency to take a dive in or a dive out. So to keep it right where we want it to be, nice and straight, we're gonna give ourselves a little bit of a cue. So if you have a stretchy band at home, this is how you're gonna get that cue. For me, I'm actually gonna stack a little bit of weight here on this bench so it doesn't go sliding around on me. And then I'm gonna take the band, I doubled it up because it's a little long otherwise, and I'm just gonna hook it around the end of this so that I have something to anchor to, and then I'm gonna slide it on to my knee right here. So attached around my knee. Now, when I go to do this single leg squat or single leg mini squat, if I can't pull out too far because I've got something pulling me back, but then I also know that I want to keep tension on the band as to not let my knee go in. So here, a little squat, and then back up. Just gives me that cue to really keep my knee aligned the way that it needs to be. Whoop, see that little wobble? So that's what we're trying to avoid. Straight down and straight back up. You can do it like I showed you last week on the running video where you actually are stepping down off of something, or you can just go into a little mini squat here on the floor. So those are our 3 exercises. Really want you guys to focus on using that lowering portion of the motion because it's really gonna help you build up your quad muscles. But we're also gonna perform these the same way that I told you last week, 3 or 4 rounds, 1 exercise at a time, 10 to 15 reps per, and then really just try to do it to fatigue. So if you get to round 3 or round 4 and you still don't feel tired, do that last set, do 20 reps, do 25 reps, however many it takes to really burn out those muscles. And that's when you know you're gonna be getting a really, really good quad strengthening protocol in place. But stay tuned, we'll have more blogs to come. And next week, we're gonna be talking about swimming. Woo! Have a good one, guys.